Welcome back, loyal viewers, to another gripping episode of royal intrigue and emotional turmoil unfolding in the heart of Dubai. If you're new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell, because the world of Sheikh Hamdan and the Royal Al Maktoum family is full of secrets, surprises, and the kind of real-life drama you simply can't script. While Sheikh Hamdan stood proudly on the world stage, representing the UAE in high-stakes meetings and joint ventures with India, a silent storm was brewing back home, one that would soon unleash a wave of uncertainty and emotional upheaval throughout the palace. The royal family's future, once thought to be secure and carefully mapped, is now veering into uncertain territory. Beyond the grand palace gates and the dazzling public appearances, a confidential meeting had just taken place, one that would ignite a firestorm behind closed doors. Sheikha Thani, Sheikh Hamdan's wife, had been quietly orchestrating something far more personal and politically delicate. Her proposal? A marriage alliance that could forever alter the legacy of the Al Maktoum dynasty. In a hushed meeting with Sheikh Mohammed, the revered patriarch of Dubai's royal lineage, Sheikha Thani proposed that little Sheikha, the beloved daughter of Hadia Zen and Sheikh Hamdan, be promised in marriage to one of Sheikh Hamdan's young nephews, sons of his sister Sheikha, who herself had married into the Bahraini royal family. The proposal was strategic. A future alliance with Bahrain could strengthen regional bonds, protect royal interests, and solidify internal loyalties within the family. Sheikh Mohammed, after a long moment of silent reflection, nodded his approval. He saw potential. But in doing so, he unknowingly lit the match to a royal wildfire. He granted Sheikha Thani the authority to proceed, without consulting Hamdan, without informing Hadia, and without considering the emotional landslide that would follow. The day before Sheikh Hamdan was due to return from India, Sheikha Thani contacted Sheikha, Hamdan's sister and mother of the proposed groom. With an air of diplomacy, Sheikha Thani unveiled her plan and spoke with quiet confidence, expecting support. But Sheikha was caught off guard. Her silence on the call stretched longer than usual. The implications of such a union stunned her. Why had no one consulted Hadia? Why had her brother not been included in such a personal, life-altering decision? Still, Sheikha maintained composure. Her voice was calm, her response gracious. She thanked Sheikha Thani for informing her but made no promises. Behind her polite words, though, her thoughts swirled in a storm of confusion. Was this truly for the good of the family, or was it a veiled maneuver of power, aimed at sidelining Hadia Zen and securing political control over the next generation? Unable to ignore her instincts, Sheikha picked up the phone and called her brother. Sheikh Hamdan had just landed in Dubai. Before he could even settle in, a palace servant discreetly approached him, whispering news that would change everything. Sheikha Thani had arranged a marriage for little Sheikha, and claimed he had approved it. Hamdan's breath caught in his throat. Had he miscommunicated something? Had a family decision been twisted into a political transaction? When his sister called, her voice was heavy with concern. She questioned the suitability of such an arrangement, especially for a child so young. Hamdan listened quietly, shocked, angered, and disoriented. Not once had he endorsed such a plan. And now, the trust within his inner circle had been breached. With the weight of betrayal bearing down on him, Hamdan requested an immediate audience with Sheikha Thani. The confrontation was explosive. He asked directly. Why would you do this without my consent? His voice trembled with a mixture of pain and outrage. Sheikh Thani stood her ground. I acted in the family's best interest, she insisted. Your father gave me permission. But I am her father, Hamdan snapped, his voice echoing off the marble walls of the private chamber. And Hadia is her mother. You had no right. Their voices grew louder, emotions surging like desert winds before a sandstorm. Sheikh Thani claimed innocence, framing her actions as noble, strategic, even visionary. But Hamdan saw through the political veil. He saw an attempt to control the fate of his daughter without love, without care, and without consent. Unable to calm his fury, Sheikh Hamdan stormed into his father's study. The tension between father and son, two powerful men, each bearing the weight of a nation, was volcanic. She is my daughter, Hamdan said, standing tall before Sheikh Mohammed. And I should have been consulted first. Sheikh Mohammed raised an eyebrow, unshaken. It is a proposal, not a command, and it benefits our future. But at what cost? Hamdan asked, his voice raw with betrayal. This is not a chess game. This is her life. The conversation turned into a verbal battle of values, tradition versus emotion, legacy versus liberty. It ended with Hamdan walking out, exhausted and heartbroken. He retreated to his private quarters, shutting the world out. Alone in his silence, he sat in darkness, thinking not only of his daughter, but of Hadia, her mother, his past love, and perhaps, the only woman who truly understood him. That night, Hamdan reached out to Shama, his confidant and lover. When they met under the moonlit courtyard, he opened his heart to her. Will he confront Sheikh Thani again? Will he seek reconciliation, or retaliation? And what of Hadia? Each player moves carefully, knowing that the slightest misstep could unravel the entire royal legacy. Dear viewers, the drama is only just beginning. The battle lines have been drawn, but the war for truth, justice, and family is far from over. Join us next time as we reveal Hadia's long-awaited response and the dramatic fallout from the confrontation between Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikh Thani. This is not just a story of politics. It is a story of a father's love, a mother's strength, and a kingdom grappling with its future. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay with us as we uncover the next chapter in this riveting saga. The royal family of Dubai stands at a crossroads, and we'll be here, guiding you through every twist, every turn, and every emotional heartbeat of this powerful